The only online business you should start isn't SMMA, drop shipping. I know tons of you like to use drop shipping as a keyword to get your videos pushed out on YouTube, or IPGA. None of these businesses. Why? Because simply they all have their own pros and cons. Most of them dead. Let's start with SMMA. SMMA is a business that you nowadays need to have money for, because come on, everyone and their grandma is either they're running an SMMA, but the problem is they're reaching out to everybody cold DMs. They don't have a personal brand and they cannot run ads because they're broke people. And the market is very saturated with tons of people trying to sell some stupid services that they cannot even deliver on to people. Moving on to dropshipping. Let's be honest. You do not have the patience to get sales for your dropshipping store organically. You do not have the patience. You don't have the skills. You don't have the resources. You're most likely just scrolling on TikTok every day trying to take inspirations, but you really don't act on it, which means that your only option would to also have money to run ads. But my best guess is that you do not have money to run ads for shit. Okay? Second thing, IPGA. Now this business model, although it's very good, is unapplicable to most of the people who try to get into it. Why? Because they do not have skill sets. Are you really gonna tell me that you're gonna reach out to someone and tell them, I'm gonna help you create an offer, I'm gonna help you market your offer, I'm gonna help you handle the back-end operations? You really tell me that you're gonna help someone do all of these? Absolutely not. You should only get into business such as IPGA only if you either one, invested into learning skill sets. If you paid someone a good amount of money to learn directly from them how to craft up an offer, how to market the offer, how to set appointments, how to close the appointments, how to handle operations, how to handle client service delivery, then sure, get into it. Or two, you already built a business. If you already have proof that you can deliver on such things, building and scaling businesses, get into IPGA. Those are the only two times you should really consider getting into such business models. If you don't have any of these, then you're just wasting your time. May as well just do nothing about it and figure out another way, because trust me, trying to run an IPGA is a dead end for you if you're not knowledgeable enough into actually building and scaling businesses. And you shouldn't get into SMMA because it's a waste of time unless you have a personal brand or you run ads. Or you shouldn't get into dropshipping if you have money, or if you don't have enough patience to actually grind that organically and learn from other people. And by the way, most of these, they require time to learn. You need to have enough patience and enough knowledge to make any of these succeed. However, what if I told you that there's a business model that's gonna separate you from everyone else on the market? This online business model solely revolves around you. And here's what I mean by that. This business model is designed for you to create it around your past self. I like to call it PGA. And I'm gonna get into detail of what that means exactly. PGA stands for Personal Growth Advisor. I do apologize for the bad handwriting. I'm trying to be quick because I do have tons of stuff to do after this. Personal Growth Advisor. And by the way, if you're not taking notes, you're missing out, man. Take out pen and paper, start writing. The goal is for you to start helping other people who have an issue you had. Hence, past self framework. And here's more of an illustration. Let's say there's a guy who's very upset with his life. He's sad, he's depressed, he can't play guitar, he can't get the woman of his dreams, he's skinny, he's fat, whatever the issue he might be going with. He sucks at playing sport, he gets bad grades, he can't study, he procrastinates a lot, whatever issue that person has. And he dreams to be the complete opposite of that. He dreams to study well, be good at sports, get the woman of his dreams, get best grades out there, get in shape, lose fat, whatever it is. He wants to stop procrastinating, he wants to be more energetic, he wants to implement healthy diet habits, he wants to overcome his back pain, whatever issue that person has. I want you to act as the bridge to that. Be the bridge. And the only way you can become the bridge is if you pick a target market who has an issue that you went through. And I want you to become the personal growth advisor to that person. Become the PGA for that person. You don't have to solve all their problems. Pick one problem at a time. Doesn't matter what it is. Ask yourself, me as a person, what sorts of issues have I personally went through and was able to overcome? When you decide on that, you have your PGA offer. You create a system around helping them get past the issue they're currently in, and you advise them on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. Become their advisor. And by the way, that's the same business model that everyone on YouTube is implementing. Everyone is giving you advice, everyone is giving you info. That's what the business is. Instead of you going out there and trying to create a course around something that you don't even know, or try and be like the monkey see, monkey do type of person and be like what everyone else is doing online, create fake videos, promote something you don't do, so then you can sell them on a program. What everyone is doing online is that, it could be some SMMA guru, some drop shipping guru, whatever that person is, okay? They essentially pick keywords that are trending on YouTube and they just funnel all their dumb audience to either a school or a WAP. And then next thing you know, they're charging you anywhere from $47 a month to $199.7 course. We do not want to be like those people. We don't want to be them. We want to create something special to us. Hence why we're creating an offer around you. You become authentic. You won't be selling something you have no experience in. You're selling something that you already know. You've been through, you've done that, you were able to solve it, you have the habits, the systems, not necessarily the systems, but the guides, the blueprint to overcome that obstacle. So you're really just getting into business, selling something that you already have a proof of concept for. Because you are the proof of concept. You don't need case studies. You are the proof of concept. So selling will become very easy. You will be able to make easy dollars. Matter of fact, you'll be able to make more dollars than the people who are promoting anything that has to do with dropshipping, SMMA nowadays. Because, trust me when I tell you this, those people are no longer making money. The people who got into this game early, they've made their cash. People who are getting into it now are not making their cash. Which is why you should become a PGA and help other people overcome issues that you have went through. And the way I was able to come about with this business all started in December of 2023. Well, really, all I did was I asked myself, who was I 4 years ago? Who was I 4 years ago? And that's a question that you need to ask yourself before you get into such business model. Okay, I was someone who was stressed, depressed, I'm sure that's most of us nowadays. And had brain fog like never before. Those were my characteristics back in a couple years ago. But eventually, I was able to overcome all of these problems. I was no longer the guy who was stressed all the time or worried all the time. I wasn't the guy who was depressed all the time. No. In fact, even my own friends at some point realized that my life kind of took a turn, even though everything was actually still going to shit. But I was able to overcome these situations by building. I just spelled building incorrectly, so please, let's scratch that. Building. Did I just spell it the same way? Who cares? Building process to my happiness. I simply built a process, I built a bridge to take me from who I was to who I wanted to be. Now, this bridge, you probably have a bridge of your own. You most likely were at some point fat. No shame for fat people, by the way. I'm not hating on anybody, but if you're fat, consider losing weight. You were at some point, I don't know, perhaps depressed, like I was. You were at some point too skinny. You at some point sucked at playing guitar. Really anything that you were bad at, anything that was really bad in your life and you wanted to see improvements in, anything that you woke up each and every single morning driven by the fact that it's another day for you to go after a solution for the problem you already have. I don't know the problem you have, you know that more than I do, but that was no longer an issue. You came up with systems and processes, not systems really, because it's not a business again, it's something that's completely personal. You came up with habits, routines, small little tips and tricks to use each and every single day to get you to who you wanted to be good at something, or to overcome a problem. You can take the exact same solution and give it to other people in the form of advice. During my time running my PGA offer, I had a couple people reach out to me asking for my help, seeing me marketing my offer everywhere. They're like, could you help us? I said, sure. And guess what? They had the exact same, each one of them had like problems they went through, and each one of them had a solution to the problem they already went through. And they just needed to market it. And I helped them market it. And by the way, you can check out all my testimonials in the description. I have a link, you can check it out. Check my testimonials, and if you need help crafting your offer, marketing your offer, I'm here to help. Okay, so when you craft an offer, again, we use a framework called the past self framework, where essentially you look at who you were and who you are now and simply sell that bridge to other people who have it. But you might say, Yusuf, I don't really think I have any problems, or I don't think I have enough skills yet. I don't think that, my life has been perfect. Why should I really worry about anything? Well, that's when I tell you that you could just simply go learn stuff. Go learn something that piques your interest, regardless of what it is. One of the clients, she was in the manifestation space. A space where, trust me when I tell you this, a lot of money is made, and you'd be surprised by the amount of offers. I've seen people who sell people on how to manifest a dream partner that you could build a business with. I've seen weird stuff. I've seen people saying how to manifest your ex back, tons of stuff, yet they make money. Don't think that the problem you went through doesn't have a market for it, because trust me, there's a market for everything. And this manifestation coach, she helped high achievers access the quantum field to make more money and live a better life. You see how weird of an offer that is? But again, she made bank. When she came on board to work with me, We were selling her offer at a $3,500 price point. And within the first month, she got 10 people to sign up. You do the math. That's $35,000 for a manifestation offer, helping high achievers access the quantum field. Come on. You're telling me you can't figure out a problem that you had and you were able to overcome and sell it to other people? That's bollocks. Okay. Which is why I tell you, go learn stuff. And whatever topic interests you. I spoke to a guy called Jerome. I believe, well, it's about a month now. And his offer was around helping individuals. You're gonna be surprised with that one. Now, although it's not really bad of an offer, I see it tons of times, but I still think it's a weird offer. And people buy it. Unfortunately, though, I didn't get to work with the guy because he wasn't really a good fit for me, so I turned him down respectfully. Okay. Where could you go to learn stuff if you don't have any skills? Well, books is one way. YouTube is another way. Or you tell you what, personal adventure. Really just go out and start to experiment with stuff that you've never done before and see which one really piques your interest. I'm sure every one of us has some sort of passion or skill or some sort of hobby. You could be good at football and you can help other beginner footballers get better at playing football. You get the point. And when you finally craft up an offer or you have an idea of what offer you want to push out, I want you to create your I help statement. What is the I help statement? The I help statement is basically a summary of the offer you're going to be pushing out, because if you want to make money, you first need to identify who you're helping, what problem you're helping them with, and how you're going to help them solve it. If you don't have that dialed in, then trust me when I tell you this, you will not make any money. None. Okay, so here's what you should do. When you have an idea of your offer, I want you to create 10 statements following this structure. I help this group. This could be, I don't know, international students, young adults, whatever it is, high achievers, entrepreneurs, whatever it is. Again, ideally the offer should really be around you as a person. Help this group of people overcome this issue. Again, the issue that you went through in the past and you already have a solution for, through whatever mechanism you want to give it. If you're trying to sell meditation, don't tell people, hey, listen, I'm gonna help you overcome anxiety through a meditation. No. Make it sound unique, because people love buying new stuff. You tell people, I have this new process called heart sleep method. I don't know, it's something that just top of my mind. People will buy it, because what the fuck is a heart sleep method? No one has ever heard of such thing. But now comes the fun part, which is getting people to buy from you. And there are two places where you can go: Instagram or YouTube. And each one of them has their own pros and cons. With Instagram, if you're trying to sell anything for less than $1,500, then go for it. You know, you can get views easily and sell a low ticket product easily through the DMs, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. Or sell it through stories, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But if you're trying to sell anything that's over $5,000 or over $3,000, here's where YouTube comes in. Because on YouTube, actually, you don't need tons of subscribers. All you need is more views. Going back to the example of the people who reached out to me to help them grow their offers. You want to know how I acquired those clients? Because they came through another YouTube channel that I have. And this channel has only 20 subscribers. Very unpleasing number. Very unpleasing. But those 20, well, out of those 20 subscribers, 7 turned into clients. And before you click off and be like, oh, 7 clients? That's not enough number. No. 7 clients each paid me $5,000. That's a lot of money. How much is that? 35K. Now, why did they buy from me? And how was it that I was so good at just selling them, even though they're only 20 subscribers? How was I able to get them to book a call with me or really consider working with me? Listen, if you don't have any money to run ads, your only option is to go for organic. Don't even bother trying to do cold DMs on Facebook groups or whatever people are promoting out there. Make content to be your form of leverage. Let it be your main form of leverage. Now, how can you make good content? It's simple. This only can work if you've already crafted up an offer. I want you to ask yourself 10 questions Ask yourself, what are 10 questions that would have helped you go from point A to point B, overcoming that problem? Ask yourself, what are 10 questions that I wish I knew when I had this specific problem in my life, regardless of what area it is? It could be in the health, wealth, or relationship. It could be whatever it is. If you sucked at playing a sport and now you're good at it, if you've had a problem and now you're fine with it, ask yourself, what are 10 questions that could have gotten me faster to the results and to the destination that I wanted to go to? And after you've done that, I want you to go to the YouTube search bar and type in one of the questions that came up to mind and see what shows up. And trust me when I tell you, don't reinvent the wheel, please. For the sake of your own benefit, do not try to reinvent the wheel. Listen, go out and copy what everyone else is doing. See what's working, take it. Don't necessarily copy it word for word, and off you go. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about anything else. Now, eventually, when you grab those attention, I want you to make content solely about giving everything away for free. Before I make content, I pull up either a Google Doc or a chart, a Miro chart, and I begin to pan out what the steps that a person needs to take to begin their destination. So pull out Google Doc and begin to brain dump. Now, everything has to be perfect. All you need is just like a simple way to get everything out there immediately. Just whatever solutions you have in mind, put it on and off you go. Okay? And then when you do that, pick up the camera and start recording. You don't need a setup. You don't need a fancy camera. You can use your phone camera. However, I do suggest if you have a whiteboard, it's good for you to use this explanation, because trust me when I tell you this, people are visual readers. They don't just like to listen. They want to see. Hence why I'm actually doing all of this. I'm doing all this explanation because I know you'll be more hooked listening and watching to this than me just speaking directly to you. Another thing, to sell more of your offer, don't entertain. Only educate. If you're trying to make money from the get-go, your only option will be to educate and not entertain. We see tons of people now on social media doing storytelling videos, and they're doing documentary and day in the life of whatever, day in the life of your favorite course seller today. Tons of people are doing that. However, real money is made if you're just starting out, when you educate people right away. Only get to the storytelling part and entertaining part when you've closed a client or two. Which brings us to the next step, which is pricing. After you've come up with your IHOP statement and your source of channel you're going to go to for your main form of marketing, comes a step where you need to set your prices. Now, pricing is only dictated on the value you give. The more seamless the process is that you're trying to sell them, the more easier you're making your prospect to go from point A to point B, the easier for you to be to sell them. Because if you jump on a sales call and you tell people, yeah, I'm gonna give you advice once a week, they're running away. Which is why I recommend that you just basically come up with a system they can implement right after the sale. Create a system that you can use and implement right away after the sale. The moment someone pays that invoice, whether if it's $1,500 or $3,000, again, price only is dictated upon the system or the process you're going to give them. Give them a system that they feel like they already made their money back right away. Let me give you an example. The 7 clients who came to work with me, I told them that right when you sign up, you're going to get access to all systems, all processes that I use to grow my offer. Immediately, they feel like they made their money back. I'm going to give you another example. I'm currently working with someone who sells grief coaching to mothers. The way we were able to come up with her offer wasn't a really pleasant experience for her. However, she realized that that's her call. It's the one thing she stays up all night thinking about. It's the one thing that drives her each and every single day to make sure she has an impact on other people's lives who are going through the exact same problem that she went through. Now, with that grief offer, she's currently only selling it for $1,500 because she wants to make it somewhat cheap. Of course, we had a debate about the pricing every now and then. She will raise it at some point to $3,000. However, when she gets on a sales call with somebody, one of the main big things that these people are asking for, and the one thing that they lack in life, is a group of people to share their stories with. And she came in with the upper hand because not everyone was doing it, and she gave them that group. She packaged everything up. Of course, she made her one-on-one advising sessions each and every single week, the breath work, the whatever. And she added this as the cherry on top, and her sales jumped tremendously because she gave people what they want. That's another thing that you need to know. To create a system, a good system that you can sell easily to people, give people what they want. Not what you think they want. Look, just because you're able to overcome a problem doesn't mean you know everything about it. Again, like I said, you learn and you advise as you go. But people don't really care about what you have to sell them. People care about what they want. Perhaps the first 3 sales calls that you go on, you won't close a sale. Maybe. But those calls should be enough for you to gather information. Not about the prospect, but about what they need. Most times you'll see that all those people that you've jumped on a call with they all want the same thing. Person A, person B, sorry for the drawings, they're tiny, and person C all want the exact same thing. Therefore, you should give them what they want. Even if you don't have it, build it and give it to them. When you give people what they want, you could increase your prices by an extra $2,000. But don't you worry about that. Because again, our main goal at the beginning is to just get a sale through the door, regardless of how small it is. Before January 1st, to at least have someone pay you $500. And trust me, that's more than achievable. How can you do that? To come up with your PGA offer, use the Pass Sell framework first, then come up with the I help statement, then use your marketing channel, either YouTube or Instagram. You can use Instagram to just go right away, or YouTube if you really feel like you don't really care about subs and you care more about money. And if you're messaging, aka if you're very dialed in on the target market you're gonna help, go for YouTube, because it's gonna be very easy to create content and very easy to get cash through the door. And then focus on sales. Sales is simply just asking questions to get an understanding of where a person is at, where he wants to be, what's stopping them from getting there, and you act as the bridge to their destination. You just sell them on that bridge, regardless of how small the sale is. And it could be $500. You know what? Sell them for $1,500. Trust me, you will get the sale. But this only works if your offer and messaging is dialed in. Using this business model, you really separate yourself from everyone else on the market. You separate yourself from the dropshipping goers. I have my thoughts about those people. You separate yourself from your SMMA goers. Those people. And you separate yourself from the upcoming IPGA goers. Listen, I have no issue with the people who sell those business models. However, you know what they all have in common? They all sell advice, which is why it's your turn to utilize the exact same business model they're actually doing, to utilize the business model they're actually making their money from, to your own advantage. But that doesn't mean you have to be a guru. No. You just sell people on stuff that you have personally went through, and that becomes your passion project. Being authentic is the only key to success. Nowadays, at least. I mean, everybody back then used to be very authentic, and hence why you see so many people selling, even beginners selling you SMMA programs and stuff that you don't even know on their YouTube videos and their Instagram videos. The reason why they're not actually succeeding, because they're not authentic. So be authentic. Help other people through something that genuinely wakes you up in the morning and makes you feel like, you know what, today is the day where I actually get out there and start finding the people who went through the problems that I went through, and I'm gonna help them overcome it. There's a market for everything. I've created an offer around me, and I've sold it to other people, and I made thousands upon thousands of dollars. Of course, my lifestyle doesn't reflect that, because listen, I live my life my own way. You live your life your own way. Don't look at what people are doing online and basically be a monkey see, monkey do type of person. Don't be the person who talks like they talk, walks like they walk, dresses like they dress, runs the same business models, treats people the way they treat people. No, be you. Live your life your own way. I'm more of a family-oriented guy. I would rather be around my family and live a very silent, quiet life than be someone who's traveling to Dubai every weekend and doing whatever. Although I could do that. And my mom has encouraged me so many times. She told me, she's like, son, what are you doing? Why are you just not out and living life? I'm like, Mom, listen, I'm gonna be around you. I'm here for you. I don't care about none of that. Honestly, the only thing I do is go shopping. That's the only thing that I do. And again, like I say, to succeed, you have to be authentic. Be authentic to yourself. Be authentic to the people you're gonna sell to. Be authentic to your business. Be you. Live life your own way, not how other people wanna let you live it. Don't be sold on a lifestyle. Be sold on the type of person you want to become, that's not reflected by everything else that you see on social media. And again, I've built businesses. I've built 2 businesses so far. Second one, really the one that I help other businesses grow. I like to call it BGA instead of PGA. BGA is Business Growth Advisor. I'm a Business Growth Advisor for about 7 clients total today, and a PGA just about 30 clients up to date. And I've helped tons of people. I've helped tons of businesses do the exact same that I do. And if you need help creating your offer, creating your messaging, if you need help marketing your offer, setting appointments, and selling to those people, then I do encourage you to just simply book a call. And I want to see how I can help you build a business around you, market, and sell for it. And that is it. If there are 2 things that you should take away from this video, is just be authentic, build a business around you. That's all about it. And on that note, hopefully if you don't book a call, then I will see you in the next video.